Welcome to the video educational series, Everything Building Envelope. Everything Building Envelope is brought to you by GCI Consultants, solvers and preventers of virtually any building envelope problem related to water leaks in glazing, wall, and roofing systems. This video is titled Quality Control for Mitigating Claims. This is part 2 of 3 brief videos, which will present the quality control and documentation procedures during design and construction to help assure a positive outcome with building envelope systems and mitigate the post-construction claim risk. This segment is presented by Paul Beers, founder of GCI Consultants. This video excerpt is from a recent symposium where Paul presented on building envelope risk mitigation.
During the procurement stage, subcontractor and supplier interviews are very helpful. Some of the major projects we work on, the glass contractor, things like that, we bring them in, we sit them down, we ask them all the questions. Do you have all your product approvals already? Can we see the NOAs? What kind of testing do you still need to do? Have you ever done this kind of work before? All those kind of things. And of course, we're always thinking about the schedule, and we're thinking about the budget, but we can't let that be the only thing that ultimately makes our decision. If we make a bad decision with a supplier, sometimes that can be something that you really can't recover from. We check out their history with other projects. We're all in a pretty small community. We know folks who have worked with these companies before. You want to look for variations from contract documents. I've got a job right now in Tampa where we've got a curtain wall specified and everybody wants to put in a window wall. That's a huge change. Curtain wall basically goes right down the outside of the building. It's clean. Window wall goes slab to slab. You've got slab covers or stucco or something going on there. And you really got to confirm what are we buying here? Is it really what we intended? Product approvals, do they have quality control? Do they have a quality control plan? How do they handle it in their factory? How do they handle it on site? How do they staff the project? Is it with their own people? Do they subcontract? There's so many questions that need to be answered. Manufacturing, it's the same thing. Just because they're building a system, if it's you're getting windows and sliding glass doors, you want to know, where's this stuff being built? Who's doing it? What's the quality control and the controls there? If they don't seal the corners on their window frames, every window on the job is going to leak no matter how good they're installed. So there's a lot of things that really need to be looked at during this stage. Storage, shipping, they don't ship it right. You end up with damage to paint finishes, scratched glass, things like that. All this stuff is, once you get it in the job, it costs a lot of money to fix, and there's always the I didn't do it, it's his fault syndrome going on. So during construction, as I touched on this already, we want to do a peer review of the construction documents. Is it buildable? Are all the trades and the subs and the contractor comfortable with what they're being asked to do? Are we using the proper materials? And very important, is there sufficient detail? A lot of times, my favorite is on this multifamily type construction, these 2, 3, 4-story things. They'll have a wall section and they'll write stucco and point an arrow at it, and that's the detail you get. Now I know on big high-rise buildings, we obviously normally do better than that. But if the detail's not provided, then who's going to design it? It's going to be the contractor, it's going to be the subcontractor, or it's going to be the guy that works for the subcontractor, goes out there to put the stucco up, and he's going to do it the way he thinks it should be done. And that's not the way it should ultimately end up. You don't know if you're probably going to have problems, you don't know. And when it comes time to defend what was done, there's nothing there to really stand on. Submittal reviews are very important. Shop drawings, in the window and glazing trade, architectural details are wonderful, but when it comes down to actually going out and installing the stuff in the field, it's the shop drawings that govern and that everybody's looking at. And hopefully the installers in the field have a copy of the shop drawings and they follow them, and we need to make sure that they do. And they need to show everything. They don't need to just show the windows and doors. They need to show the surrounding conditions, the caulk joints, everything. It's all. If it doesn't work on paper, how are we going to do it in the field? we've got to make sure with other systems, waterproofing, roofing, things like that, that we've got all our NOAs, we've got all our parts and pieces, and we've got all the literature together for everything that's being provided.
For more information on this video segment, to view more videos in the Everything Building Envelope video series, or to subscribe to our podcast, go to www.everythingbuildingenvelope.com. To learn more about GCI Consultants, visit us at www.gciconsultants.com.